Welcome back. Thanks for joining me again here at the Stone Ridge Homestead. I'm Rooted Dreamer, and today I am going to be putting in one of my beds for our church ministry. We have a soup kitchen, and I would like to use some of my leftover plants that I have in the greenhouse to grow food to donate to the church's soup kitchen. I've never used this system for beds, so I'm interested to see. I've heard it's really super easy. I only have a couple of hours, so we're going to see how much I can get done in this time and see if I can get at least one done. This is the area for the first bed. As you can see, there's already mulch down. Last year this was a garden. My first step is to weed. I've just got there's some weeds coming through the mulch. I've already kind of laid it out so I can see where I need to weed, because I'm not going to weed any more than I need to. I mean, you know. So I'm going to finish weeding today, then I'm going to fill it with dirt and get some plants in here. I'm using this system with the bricks. You just buy these bricks. They're less than $3 at Lowe's, and you can make them go any direction. You can stack them up and have 2 high, 3 high. This is wood, untreated wood that was from the bottom of a deck that my dad deconstructed. And the top boards were all rotted, but the underneath boards were still intact. I only need this to last a year, so I'm not too concerned about it rotting. So let's get started. I got as much done as I could on this. But that's about all I'm going to be able to do for today, because I ran into some red ant hills. Right here is one. If I don't get bit, there's an ant hill here. I don't know if you can see them. See them? There's thousands of them. And then there's one over here. So let's go get the orange oil. So let's go in the greenhouse and get the orange oil. The messy, messy greenhouse. I can't wait to get in here and clean. Okay, the only thing I have found for red ants is this orange oil. I use 2 capfuls in a gallon, and I pour anywhere from 3 to 5 gallons on it. So we got our orange oil, and we've got 2 jugs. Let's see if we can't find a 3rd jug over here in the mess. Aha, I see one. Let's get this one. Okay, we got jugs, and we've got our oil. Okay, let's go take care of these fire ants. Ugh. Okay, we got our jugs here. Oh, we're gonna put 2 capfuls in each one. I've already put 2 in this one. And we got 1, 2. These are smaller nests, so I'm only gonna put 3 gallons on. If it's a big nest, like we had one, it took us forever to get it to move. That I would put 5, 6, 7 gallons on. Doesn't take much. Now we're going to fill them with water. Kind of foamy, so I go back and add a little bit more, kind of like when you do the fountain drinks when you're getting soda or pop or wherever you're from, Coke, from fountain drinks, yeah, especially root beer. You have to let the foam kind of settle, then add more, top it off. Okay, that should be good. Okay, now I tell you that this works. The orange oil, when I say that it's the only thing I found that works on ants, I don't mean it kills them. Nothing kills fire ants. I'm just saying. If someone's telling you that they have something that kills fire ants, they're either trying to sell you something or they don't have the fire ants like we have down here in the South. You can get them to move. You can move them along, but if unless you use poison on them, which I'm not using any chemicals or poisons in my garden. I'm doing all natural. So anything natural, you can't. I've tried grits, I've tried cinnamon, I've tried the borax, I've tried, you name it, the long list that when everybody says, how do I get rid of fire ants? And like people post like all these ideas, they don't work. They don't. I'm here to tell you right now, they do not work. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your grits. It doesn't work. These orange oils is what I found that gets them to move the fastest. I usually have to do it one time and I don't see them again for weeks, and then it'll pop up, you know, a couple 100 yards away. You'll find them pop up again. They don't go anywhere. We always say that it's just one huge fire ant hill and all you're doing is just closing up the holes because it's insane. Fire ant, you can't get rid of them. They're horrible. The most important tool in this process is a stick. I like to really agitate them and get them all worked up. I kind of stir it like a soup, and I really get in there and I work it up because I want them all to come up to the surface. I want them to start going, oh no, help, we need to move the eggs. We need to move the queen. They get all stirred up. This is what I want. I want them to be very unhappy. Okay? So you can tell they are very much unhappy. They're going everywhere. Oh, they're coming up my stick. And then I think this is all the same colony. They just have 2 openings. So we will get both entrances. This one didn't have as many, but there's still some in there. Dun, dun. See them in there? Ta-da! Okay. Now that we know where they are, I always start by doing a perimeter around the outside because then they cannot get away, and then I just pour it all down inside there. And it's going to kill all these ants on the surface, but it's not going to get the ones deep down in. They're going to put this on and then I'm done for the day. It takes them a while to move on and realize that, hold on, this is not a good place to have a home. Well, I'm waiting for those to move along. I can't do anything else here today, so I am done with this project until tomorrow. Can't say that I am upset about it because it's hot. It's the next day. Let's check on these fire ants and see if they have moved. The moment of truth. Last night, when I was trying to go to sleep, you know how when you're trying to sleep and you're dog tired, but your mind wants to sit there and run through every minuscule detail and what you did wrong during the day? Yeah, that was me last night. Like, maybe I should have put 3 gallons on each. Okay, let's see. They are not there. They're gone. No fire ants. And let's check this one over here. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Nothing, nada. Yay! So there you have it, orange oil to the rescue again. I don't know where they're gonna pop back up, but I guarantee you they will pop back up somewhere in this vicinity, probably right smack dab in the middle of the bed I'm creating. But it's safe for your plant, so even if it does pop up in the middle of the bed, I'll just do it again and just keep them moving until they're out of my beds. More food. Let's get these babies in the ground. They're so sad and pathetic looking. They should have been in the ground weeks ago. The tomatoes are just in sad shape. They look so beautiful when I had my sale, and these are the leftovers, and it kills me to let them go to waste. Let's get these in before the rain gets here. Okay, planting the bed for church, take 2. I didn't get to record the first part. I worked until late at night to get the bed prepared. As you can see behind me, I got the weeds finished pulling. I put the boards in and I filled it with the dirt. I was up till almost midnight doing that, so there was not exactly conducive to filming. But I figured it's pretty self-explanatory. You just slide the boards in the little slots right there to make a bed. Ta-da! I did not level the ground. This was a super quick bed. Obviously you don't want huge gaps, especially on the downside, because all your dirt will wash out underneath. but close enough for this bed just to get the food in. Anything I don't get planted today will probably die while we're camping. So that is the urgency of getting this stuff in the ground. You can see the spacing of my plants. They're probably too close, but I tend to plant my things closer than most people anyway. But I even planted them closer in this bed just because I want to get as much food into this bed as possible, because it's better to be a little crowded than to be dead. We have tons of stuff planted already in the main garden. I just hate seeing food go to waste. It kills me to just let a plant die and put it in the compost pile. So, ready, set, go. We got to get this food in. Let me go through real quick what I'm planting here. I have a Black Beauty zucchini. This is a dark green zucchini. This is a crookneck yellow squash, Italian striped zucchini. Down the middle, we have tomatoes. So we have a giant Belgium, Manitoba, Porter, Persimmon, and Boxcar Willie. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go back and change out the Manitoba. That's for cold weather. Its days have passed. I'm gonna switch that out for a different variety. I'll probably put a Floridade there. It's from Florida, it's for hot, humid weather. So Floridade is gonna get changed out for the Manitoba. Then around the outside, I put my watermelon and squash. My thoughts are I'm putting my running plants around the outside so that they can run out on the ground. I don't need bed space for them. I just need the dirt to plant the plant, and then I'll make them all run out into the mulch, because I don't know that I'm gonna get the other two beds planted. So I wanna make the most use out of this one. I have Edisto 47 cantaloupe, Georgia rattlesnake watermelon, Heart of Gold cantaloupe, Tom Watson watermelon, Moon and Stars yellow watermelon, Jubilee watermelon. This is my favorite, Charleston Gray. Oh, the ones last year we had were amazing. And then this one is the California Sweet, Cal Sweet watermelon. So I'm going to get these planted. Whew. Fastest bed I've ever put in. It helps when the soil's loose and you're not having to like dig through hard clay. Whew. Beat the rain so far, but I still have a lot to do. But here's the bed. It's all in. I use these, I call them twizzle sticks. I don't know what they're actually called for the tomatoes. They're not perfect, I don't love them, but it's what I had. So that's what we're doing. So we got everything in. We'll see how much grass has overtaken it in the few days we're gone. Hopefully nothing is dead. I'm gonna give it a good water here, but it's supposed to have thunderstorms, so the squash still had moist roots. The tomatoes were completely dry. So I'm gonna give them a little sip of water before the rainstorms get here.